Well, good morning. If you want to see how I built this massive garage storage unit consisting of 5 shelves and 36 doors, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to do today. Good morning. Today, welcome to another Memphis Monday. Today we're going to build some cabinets similar to these I have in my shop, like this. Only I'm going to build them in the same idea, but I'm going to build them in my attached garage, the garage that's attached to my house. So let's go over to that garage and take a look at the problem. Here's the garage in question, and like every other garage in America, it has stuff piled up all around the edges so you can get your vehicles in there. What we're going to do is we're going to build those shelves against that side wall right there. Let's go look at some plans. Even though we can use these cabinets as a prototype, I did a little sketch to show you the if you can see it. And then the cabinet front will be across that framework, and the shelves themselves will be down on the framework. Okay, the first thing I need to do is move some vehicles and get some equipment over there to the attached garage. Well, I got all the heavy stuff I'm going to need, workbenches. I'm going to need my scaffolding there. What I need to do now is move everything, all this storage here. I need to remove it from this wall. These are my shelves that are in there now. They got to come out. This might take more than one episode. Well, I got that wall cleared off. But the problem is, I'm about where I thought I would be before breakfast, and it's like 6 o'clock at night. Here I'm attaching fairing strips to the back wall. This, the rest of the cabinet will be attached to the back wall via these fairing strips. If you're a regular viewer, you're probably sick and tired by now of hearing me say, I really like my scaffolding. But let me say it again. I really love my scaffolding. And my epoxy. Over here on the prototype, let's look at the next thing we're going to install. The next thing we're going to install is these back braces right here. Here I am installing those back braces, those back vertical braces. I'm just nailing them up now, and then I'll follow up later with screws. What I'm doing here is installing the horizontal and outer vertical braces I'm using a combination of screws and construction staples. Here's the construction scheme. Here's one by material that's doubled up on these external and internal vertical braces, and then across that, going lengthwise, will be 3 stringers. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to complete the framing of about half of it out to about this back vertical brace out to about here. Then I'll install the stringers in about half of it, then install the plywood, and then I'll be able to load all the plywood up for the rest of the shelf onto these completed, because obviously you can't get the shelving plywood into these spaces once you get all the framing done. I got half the frame built right there to the center line, and I still have that end down there to do. Now would be a good time to look one more quick look at the structure of the frame. Okay, we've gone over this a couple of times, but here you can see it all in the actual product. We got the horizontal braces there that are doubled up 2x2s. They're connected to the vertical members that carry the weight to the floor. And then key to this design are the stringers that ride along the horizontal members and carry the weight of the plywood. And up there on the top, you can see I've already cut some plywood and attached it at the top. Okay, let's talk about the plan. Okay, as I said a couple of minutes ago, my plan is now to cut all the shelving material, that's 3/8 inch AB regular plywood. I can get away with plywood that light because of the stringers. I have a doubled up stringer in the front. What I do is I will attach the shelving material to all 5 shelves. And then the key to this is to also cut the shelving material for the half of the cabinet that I haven't built yet. And then when I get the frame built in there, then I'll be able to slide the shelving material down into position over here. If I don't cut that shelving material first, I'll never get it in the I'll never get it into position. Okay, let's get to cutting on that plywood. That piece of plywood is installed and nailed down in place. That's in its final position. Now what I'll do is I'll load 2 more sheets of plywood up in that cabinet position, and then I'll do the same thing, go through the same procedure for the 3 remaining shelves. Okay, there you have it. Half of the these cabinets is built, and importantly, all the shelving material is installed on these shelves, and the shelving material for the other half is staged up here, so that when I get the rest of the cabinet built, all I have to do is slide that down. Okay, the cabinet will consist of these shelves, 28 inches, 28 inches, 28 inches, 28 inches, and 24 inches. And so you're going to probably say, well, Memphis, how come you made these shelves here 28 inches? Well, the reason is I had to deal with that 4-inch ledge right there, and I wanted this one to be 24 inches. So I could have finagled around and stopped the shelf short over here or whatever, but I didn't have to do that, because if you remember, this cabinet will consist of 36 plywood doors. So those 15 strips of 20-inch 3/8 AB plywood right over there will become doors. Alrighty, I'm going to load that plywood there up on my truck and take it back to my shop, and we will continue with the second half of the build, which is basically I got to put in a ladder there, a ladder there, and a ladder there, 3 more ladders, and put in the stringers and slide the shelving material over, and we'll have the carcass finished. So let's knock off the chatter and get to work. Okay, that'll do it for another edition of Memphis Monday. Today we turned this blank wall into a massive set of garage utility storage cabinets. But next week, in part 2, we're going to put a cabinet facing on the utility cabinets and install doors. So get excited for next week and make sure you comment. Thank you.